as brief as Rosie and talk about a little bit about myself. I might skip all these slides.
Do you want me to do this?
That would be great. But essentially what this is that I did my undergrad in psychology and law. I was one of the people who I didn't really want to go to university to begin with, but I went kind of just prodded along through it. So I was really keen to do a master's because it's something that I was able to choose and do for myself, and it's been great. So I've worked a lot in schools and in the charity sector, but mainly in the widening participation sector. So I've worked for a charity called Into University, which is the same thing, trying to widen access to university, and the brokerage, which is essentially trying to widen participation to corporate and financial and professional services, jobs like that. So I came into the Masters. What I am going to talk about, I think, mainly is the things that I think make this course really, really distinctive.
Is it just one slide you've got?
No, 3.
Oh, right.
But we can skip these ones, these are fine.
Very well prepared.
I am trying. These are things that I've written essays on. So first one was One Child or Many. I wrote an essay on African childhood studies. James Bolger, when children do wrong and how those children may be dealt with in the legal system. And I have just a general interest in how rights relate to education. So why I think the MA in Sociology of Childhood is really distinctive. The first thing I've got here is that I think it really challenges your own assumptions on childhood. I'm going to use an example from work. We have a part of our workshops where we get the students to ask corporate volunteers, so traders, stockbrokers, questions. So year 6s, 10, 11, and I had a child who asked a trader, so can you tell me what is the gender makeup in senior management in your bank? And everyone was like, and this was a 10-year-old, but obviously at the time, before I started this, I was like, there's no way a child would ever ask a thing like that. But just from being on this course, it's really started to challenge the way that I think about things. You're able to challenge the assumptions of others. Again, working with a lot of corporate firms. Example that happened to me 2 days ago, a corporate firm that I work with have decided that they are no longer going to work with religious schools. So I'm always the person that's like, what about the children? That doesn't mean anything to the children. It doesn't matter that they come from they go to that school. That's no reason why they couldn't still do our workshop. So I'm constantly the one who's able to do that. I think it's good. It allows you to have influence in various capacities. So a little bit like what I just said, because the MA, the Sociology of Childhood is a relatively new discourse. There's lots and lots of new research in the field. You're often in places where you're the only one who even knows what children's rights are. So it's quite cool to be the person to be like, this is what we should be doing. Why are we not doing this? X, Y, Z, and X, Y, Z. You get to meet people who work with young people in various capacities. So as Rosie said, she works at the NSPCC, but there are people on my course who work for children in need, people who work at adventure playgrounds as teachers, people from all sorts of different countries, probably every continent that I've met on this course. So some of them are really, really good friends, and it's really great in the lessons that you're able to bounce off each other and just have lots and lots of great insights to different things and people's different perspectives on childhood. And you get to work with some of the pioneers in the field. I know it sounds like such a cliche thing to say, but for someone who didn't want to go to university, and when they tried to convince me to go to university, one of the things they said, you'll be taught by people who write the textbooks. And I got to uni and I wasn't taught by anybody who wrote any textbooks, but here, literally, all the people who teach this course are people who are writing about the sociology of childhood, about children's rights. So if anything, I can always email someone and be like, is this right? Is this what they said? Kind of have to be a bit careful with that. Sometimes when I quote Rachel in my essays, I'm like, is this what Rachel really meant? But it's great. So there are people who are actually researching in this field at the moment, and I just think it's a really great course. It's helped me in my job loads, and I know that any interview that I now go to, I'm going to talk about it because I think it's just a great kind of angle to come into thinking about childhood, thinking about their rights, thinking about how they are maybe marginalised in society, how other people view them, how they view themselves. Just loads of things that you will learn in this course.
Thank you very much, Christine. So, now there's an opportunity for, can I just invite